Hello, my name is Dawn and I'm the Ginger Cat Stitcher. Today I have a very quick, very easy, and very cost-effective tutorial for you. So recently I have been doing these Mill Hill kits and oh, they're so cute. But as you know, they come with lots of beads, and then there's also another package in here of the teeny tiny beads. So as many of you know, it's very difficult to work with those little beads with them running all over the place, and you don't want to lose them. So I wanted to come up with a way of containing them. So I was inspired by another item that is available out in cross stitch land, but I wanted to try to make my own, and so this is what I came up with for a bead sticky mat. So I just used a DVD case and I created my own cover for it, and then I put sticky inside, and it's holding my beads in there just fine. I can turn it upside down and they're sticking, and it closes up, keeping them nice and secure. So I just wanted to share this with you in case you like to do cross stitch with beads and have a problem with them running all over the place and need a cost-effective solution to that bead problem. I think total cost for this was like $3.50. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around and I'll give you a tutorial on how I made this. So to make our own sticky mat for our beads, we're going to use a CD case, and they come apart really easily. So I'm using a CD case because it has a good depth to it, a nice size. If you wanted something smaller for travel, you could use something like an Altoids tin. It has a nice secure lid. Your beads might be down a little far to get with your needles, so you might have to put a couple layers of cardboard or something in there to raise the sticky part up, but an Altoids tin definitely would work. Or here's a new package of beads from Hobby Lobby. This is a nice little size container. It's not too deep, good size, so that's another option for a travel size. But I'm going to go ahead and use this old CD case. First thing I'm going to do is take out the cover. I'm going to set that aside because I'm going to use that to trace a template. Now we have this package over here, the packaging that holds the disc, and if you just pull back on this part, that usually just pops right on out of there. And then we have the back paper, and we're going to keep a hold of that. So now we have our empty case. The other things that you're going to need to do this really quick and simple project is some mounting board, some sticky mounting board. This is a 5x7. That's plenty big enough for this project. And I got this at Joann's, but it's also available at Hobby Lobby and Amazon. So just a small piece of sticky board, the mounting board. And then you will need some Mod Podge, a little container with some water in it to water down the Mod Podge a bit, a foam brush for your Mod Podge, and some fabric. Oh, so you'll also need some cardboard, and just a cereal box is the perfect weight. So you're going to cut out your cardboard to match the same size as the front of your CD, and then you'll need some fabric, and these are the fabric pieces that I've chosen. It's really cute. It looks like a cross-stitched sampler, and I wanted to show you that fabric just in case anybody was interested in using the same one. So it's by Riley Blake Designs. Here's the pattern number C13786, and it's the Pride and Prejudice line from 2023, Jane Austen's house. I got this in 2024 off of Etsy, and there was a lot of sellers that still had it. So that is what I chose to be my front, outside, and inside. Okay, so we only have, let me open this up to show you. We only have this little bit of room underneath these tabs here to slide in a new cover. So it's not enough room to fold our fabric over the edge and glue it, so we're going to have to Mod Podge it. So I'm going to take some Mod Podge here, and we're just going to pour some in with our water. Mix that up. Maybe a little bit more. We just don't want it to be too thick, because then it'll go through our fabric easier and it just doesn't look as nice. So I think that's pretty good right there. And we're just going to paint it on our cardboard. Again, this is the same size as the cover that goes inside the CD. And this will be my outside. And so I'm just going to lay this on there. And smoothing it down. It looks like this part right here needs a little more. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to flip it back over, and I'm going to go over it lightly. This will also kind of seal it, help protect it. And I want to make sure I get it over towards the edges, get those sealed. And we'll do the same thing on the back. Okay, so that I can feel that it's damp, but it's not super wet. All right, so we're going to put this off to dry and make sure. It looks like I need a little bit more in that corner there. Just going to get some full strength Mod Podge and just stick it under this corner. There. Corner just does not want to stick for some reason. Okay, so we're going to set that off to the side, and while that's drying, we're going to work on cutting the sticky board to fit. So we're going to open up our sticky board, and I've already cut mine. I took my back cover of the CD and just laid it on my sticky board, traced it, cut it out, and then trimmed off the extra bits. And hold on to the extra bits because we're going to need them a little later. So now that I trimmed it, I'm going to lay it in here and make sure that it fits. It needs to slip down between these grooves here, and that fits in there nicely. So the thing that is kind of an issue is when we took out this center plastic piece, that had the piece that protected this and kind of sealed off this area. We are going to pull off the sticky protector here, so we're going to have this strip that's going to be accessible from the outside that's sticky. So if you kept the portion of the board that you cut off and you used a 5x7, there will be a strip that fits in there just like that. So if we just put a little mark right there, trim it down, it'll fit right on in there. Okay. So now we want to peel off the sticky portion. And then slide it back in. Thinking maybe a dab of glue might help hold that in place. And it'll still be replaceable because I think that'll just pop right out. I just put my thumbprint right in the middle of it. Don't do that. Don't use your finger and push down in the middle. Okay. So now we have our little edge piece, and we're going to peel the sticky off of that if I can get it. And then we're going to put the sticky side of this down onto the sticky side of the backing. There we go. And so now when we close it, we do have this protected. The beads can't fall out because now there's this piece there and it's not sticky. And my cover piece now is nearly dry. It still has a couple minutes left probably, but nearly dry. So I'm going to take some scissors and I'm going to trim it right up to the edge of the cardboard. Cut this corner very well. Let me trim that up a bit. All right. Now, let's go ahead and make sure that the edges start underneath those little tabs. I'll bring it up and show you. See these little tabs right here? You have to make sure that you get your edges underneath them. And then it just slides right in. Oh, I think that came out adorable. And so we have the sticky and it locks securely. The case doesn't pop open. This piece right here makes it so that there isn't a gap or a hole right there and it's not sticky. there we go. I think the total cost for this project was $3.49 for the 5x7 mounting board, the peel and stick mounting board. The fabric I already had, Mod Podge I already had, and the CD case I already had in the garage. So I'd say it was a $3.49 project. So there you go. I hope you make one for yourself. So if you like doing these little Mill Hill kits with all those tiny little beads, or just adding beads to your cross stitch, I think this is a nice, inexpensive, quick, and very easy project to do. All right, see, that was very simple, very quick, and very affordable. So I hope you give it a try. Thank you again so much for joining me, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Have a great week and happy stitching.